Hey everybody, Douglas Blair Roberts here, the Super Vader 400, and of course, the brown skinned human coming back at you with another rare video movie review. And this time, this is my rare review of the 1992 B movie Doctor Mordrid, which is an adaptation, or started out as an adaptation of the Marvel character Doctor Strange. But at the time when the movie was completed and released, the studio had lost the rights to the Doctor Strange character, so they scrapped it. So instead of canceling the project, they scrapped the name and got a new name and did something else. This film right here is one of the coolest films I've ever seen, and plot wise, I thought it was vastly superior to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 2016 blows this out of water in CGI, special effects, and of course being part of a shared universe with various other comic book based movies. But I thought this small B movie from the 90s was better storyline wise. And when it comes to the 90s, believe when it comes to the decades like the 90s and 80s, these B movies were better than a lot of the blockbusters at the time. So, with that being said, I recorded this last year, the audio portion, which you'll hear in part two. I recorded this last year, but I never got around to recording a intro and full length version. So, with that being said, let's get started right now. It doesn't matter what you think of this video, because once again, this is my world and we can do whatever we want if we put our minds to it. Let's get to it. Hey everybody, it's time for part two of my review of the 1992 superhero horror-based supernatural film Doctor Mordrid, which, like I said in part one of this review, this right here was a phenomenal film. Like I said in part one, this film started off as an adaptation of the popular Marvel character Doctor Strange.
And if I did, I would not stop.
Doctor Strange, but they couldn't secure the rights. The rights expired before the production of this movie began, and they didn't want this movie to go to waste, so they renamed this movie Doctor Mordrid. Of course, when comparing this movie with the most recent Doctor Strange film, production impact, and budget-wise, and finally action-wise, it doesn't compare to the most recent Doctor Strange film. but story and screenplay wise, I enjoy this Doctor Strange, Doctor Mordrid, much better than the current Doctor Strange we have right now. This film is like a hybrid of Marvel Comics, Doctor Strange, Doctor Fate, and last but not least, Mortal Kombat with sorcerers instead of ninjas, monks, and karate and kung fu based people. You have sorcerers and police officers, basically in this version. Brian Thompson, who would later portray Shao Kahn in Annihilation, portrays the main antagonist Cabal, and Jeffrey Combs, an awesome actor, portrays the main protagonist Doctor Mordrid. Also in the supporting roles, you have a great cast. I don't recognize anyone in this film except for Brian Thompson as Cabal, but you have Yvette, Yvette Napar as the gorgeous Samantha Hart. Then you have Jay Avacone as the as Tony Gatto, the um the smart aleck cop in the film. In the film, and various other supporting actors who I'm not familiar with. But yeah, like I said, this was a movie in 1992. Yeah, yeah. Before I continue, let's get on with the story. Let's get on with the storyline. The storyline is Anton Mordrid. According to Wikipedia, Anton Mordrid is a wizard sent to Earth by a being called the Monitor to stop the evil wizard from Cabal from opening the gate to Hell. Cabal needs the Philosopher's Stone and several other elements to complete the spell and open the gate, unleashing his demons from the fourth dimension upon Earth. Mordred watches for signs of Cabal's presence for 150 years. 150 years. Mordred in the human world assumes the role of a criminal psychologist. He becomes the landlord to Samantha Hunt, a research consultant to the police. Dr. Mordred detects a series of thefts and murders in the area and several elements that Cabal stole, and Mordred begins searching for Cabal. Samantha is determined, of course, to figure out what Dr. Mordred's real life is, but she can't. Every time she tries to catch him doing something, such as one time thinking he's burning up and tries to call the police and the fire alarm, it turns out to be all a hoax, and that there's nothing going on. Nothing going on. Dr. Mordred eventually catches up with Cabal in the spirit world, in the spirit world, but Cabal tries to recruit Mordred to his side. Telling him that the public fears him, and that once they learn what he is, a wizard, they will arrest him. They will arrest and kill him. Mordred refuses and says, despite how primitive they are, he is determined. He is determined to help the humans, of course, siding with the humans back at the back in the real world. When Dr. Mordred returns, he is framed for a murder committed by Cabal and is arrested. By Tony Gaudio and the entire police department. It is here that he reveals his entire secret, his powers, the spirit world, and everything to Samantha, but she still doesn't believe him. But still tries to help prove his innocence. In the final showdown, Cabal and Mordred do battle in a museum, with both of them trading blows, each other's sorcery. Then both of them use their powers to reanimate two skeletal dinosaurs to fight each other. Dr. Mordred manages to kill Cabal when he uses his magic to distract him, allowing the dinosaur to impel causing him to disappear, and once again preventing the destruction of reality. Back in the human world,
Mrs. Golden has threatened to
he
sue me
has
because
Samantha.
baby barks when he wants to go out at night. But my lease says I can have
He has
pets.
Samantha guard
And
his
my dog
human
is my
body
pet.
while
And
he
dogs
do
bark.
battles with Cabal in the spirit world.
Mr.
Cabal's
Weston, I'm not a
henchmen,
policewoman, I'm just a
Cabal's
research
hen-
consultant for the
Cabal's
police department.
Then consult and tell the laws of my
Cabal's henchman prepares to kill him
If you're
with a
so
knife,
connected,
but
will you tell this man to keep his
but,
dog quiet or you'll throw him in jail?
Mr. Bernstein, you're
Dr.
gonna have to figure out a way
Mordrid
to
returns
keep
to
baby
that
quiet, otherwise you
dimension
can call the
and
police about it.
puts a time freezing spell on him, which allows Samantha Hunt Sam to kick him in the balls and later apprehend him and have him arrested. Arrested. So yeah. By the way, the sound effects in the background are me watching the film over and over again. So yeah.
Good night, Mrs. Golden. I could say 100 years ago, New York was a nice place to live.
It was.
It was?
I mean,
So
looks like it was.
yeah, I was on MIB MIBD.
You know, I've been here since Christmas, and this is only the second time I've ever seen you.
I work on it.
MIBDB looking up
Sorry about all the commotion.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
yeah.
listen, I'm kinda curious
Well,
about-
anyway, continuing. So, yeah, like I said, the cast for this film are Jeffrey Combs as Doctor Mordrid, Yvette Napar as Samantha Hunt, J. Acavone as Tony Gaudio, Keith Coloris as Adrian. I think that's the punk leader henchman, punk rocker style henchman. Rich Brinkley portrays the knight who guards the spirit world, Gunner. Brian Thompson, like I said, portrays the main antagonist, Cabal, and yeah, that's everyone. That's everyone who matter. That's everyone who, for the most part, matters. Like I said, yeah, like I said, the entire film is awesome. The only problem I have with this film is the budget. It was only produced with according to MIDB, it was only produced for about the budget was $2 million. $2 million. The final battle between Mordred and Cabal was phenomenal, but I wish it was longer, and I wish they could have done more magic and key blasts, laser style fighting like you saw in Doctor Strange. A little bit of sword fighting and stuff would have been great. Would have been great too. Like I said, production-wise, this film is inferior to the brand new Doctor Strange from 2016. But when it comes to storyline, I like this character and universe much better than I like the brand new Doctor Strange film. Like I said in part one, had no idea there was another there was a 90s Doctor Strange film. Like I said, this started off as a Doctor Strange film, but the rights expired. And so they chose to
The first sign.
they chose to the rights expired, so they chose to rename this film something else. Use something else. Like I said, this film's like a hybrid of Marvel Comics Doctor Strange, DC's Doctor Fate, and and of course Mortal Kombat with sorcerers instead of karate and kung fu men. So
Yeah, that's right, including me.
yeah, and awesome
an awesome movie. Well, that's all I gotta say about Doctor Mordrid. Awesome film. Already one of my all-time favorite and one of my favorite and best comic book films, but I don't have much to say about it other than how awesome this film is. Well, that concludes this video. You don't want to hear the rest of the music, turn the video off right now.
We could do better than that.
Really? So why don't you talk to the chief about giving a special consultant's raise?
Criminal.